Alrighty, so it's the 29th, it's Friday, December the 29th, and I'm showing you a picture. This is the picture of the big red mare. It was last year, 2019, 05, 04. So, she has a bridle on, but that was probably after, I don't know, 45, 50 minutes, maybe longer. The first time I actually decided that I would really work with her, it was an hour and a half. And I'm not kidding about that. I'm just going to show you another picture. I just kicked a book over. I have reference books everywhere. Go under the table. There we go. So here I have the bridle installed, and I want you to notice she's not in a grooming stall. I don't have somebody hanging on to her. She's not in cross ties. She's standing there with her head down. And there is a curb chain on that snaffle bit, because at that point she was still liking to run off, and if that 22-foot line that's on the ground there, you can see if I had that on the bit, because that's what it would take to stop her, not constant pressure but on-off pressure, then she could pull the bit through her mouth, because that's a very simple Western bridle. And so I put a little curb chain on it, not to put curb pressure on, but just to keep the bit in place. So I'll show you another photograph. So this mare took a lot of work, way more than the average trainer would ever conceivably have time. So here, now you think, oh my gosh, she's hanging on to that horse's ear, but I'm not. I'm massaging it. You see, I have the bridle in my hand, and I'm waiting for her to relax and be able to accept that that it's okay if I put the bridle on her. This mare was in a rotational fall in side reins that were adjusted pretty snugly, and had a saddle on, and when she fell, all that pressure of the fall, where she was trying to stretch her nose out in front of herself, her nose and neck, to stop her from going all the way over, which she did go all the way over. So all that pressure was in her mouth, on that whatever bridle they had on, and then when she landed on her back, it hit her right on the top of her back, on the front of the saddle. So she had every reason in the world not to want to have a bit in her mouth. And I can tell you right now that I begged that mare for forgiveness many, 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 many times over the course of 16 months or so that I worked with her. I had to earn her trust day by day, moment by moment. I had to wait for it to be okay with her, that it had to be totally acceptable to her. I'm just going to see if I can enlarge this so that you can see her eye. I want you to see the eye. See that she has what I call her sweet look on in her eye, but you can see she has her nostril pulled up a little bit, which tells you that she's sort of half there, but not all the way there. And one of the interesting things that works for me as a trainer in a very difficult situation like this is the fact that either April or Luna or both of them would be standing somewhere around watching, so that they were part of this process, and that there would be a distraction. There would be somebody for me to talk to, somebody to ask questions, an answer for me to think about. so that my level of patience was always high. It never reached a stage where you would hear me say, oh, for goodness sakes, just get over yourself and let's put this bridle on and get to work. The work that was going on was achieving the success of her willingness to have the bridle go back on. That was the work. That was the importance. So having shown you these pictures so that you have an idea that in actual fact, putting these horses together, it isn't, I'm a trainer, I need 60 minutes if I'm lucky to go get the horse, put all the gear on it, get in the arena, put a ride on the horse, get off, take all the gear off, put it away, and do all of that in 45 to 60 minutes. I don't operate like that. I just don't. And anybody with a horse like this that thinks like that or operates like that, you're not going to have any success with a horse like this, and you need to rethink your process. I'm at 6 minutes and just about 30 seconds, so I'm just going to stop this. I'll reposition my camera and I'll carry on. I'll be right back.